Hello. So again, it's been another hot minute since my last video, but I talked with my coach, Alicia, and we have decided that, I think that I am at my best when I do these kind of vlogs and what I call vlogs, which are food logs. To just kind of keep me accountable for myself. It's not for anybody else, but I do share them in case, anybody else resonates with me. And she asked me what my next topic was, and I hadn't really thought about it until that moment. And I said, the winter blues. And I don't know why it came to me all of a sudden, but I think that's kind of what happens with us. When I say us, I mean kind of the general population. You hear about, how emotions and physical changes happen over the winter, and some of it is more mental, and some of them is actually physical, and or both. And so I even before Verta, I always noticed that, and maybe it was just an excuse that I used, that I tended to gain weight over the winter because my body was preparing for the cold season. And again, when I say cold, wink wink, I live in Southern California, so we're not talking about frigid weather or anything, but for us, that's what it was. But I think it really was just kind of my excuse to say, oh, I'm going to eat all these comforting foods because I need to bulk up for the winter. But I do kind of think that there is some truth that your body does kind of go through these metamorphosis changes, that it does go into kind of survival mode. It is much more difficult to lose weight during the colder months. We know that, exercise is not always as available if you don't belong to a gym, and which I do, so there's, again, no excuse. But yeah, I kind of just go through that the weather is kind of overcast and cloudy right now. In Southern California, we're going through the major fires, and so, actually exercising outside is not even advisable because of air quality and things like that. So, again, am I using those as excuses? Probably. Would I have been exercising and if there weren't, fires? Probably not. But it's kind of that mental game that I go through. But I physically think about it every day. I think about my food choices. I think about exercising every day. And then at the end of the day, it's gone by and nothing had changed. Yeah, I might have made better food choices, than maybe what I anticipated, but then I also made some other food choices that maybe, I didn't really think about. So I'm not sure, what the solution is. I don't know what made me so successful that first year. I was so good. That first year, I really bought into everything, and I was so diligent, and I just am not there again. I can't get back to that place. So maybe this is it. Maybe, again, having myself be accountable instead of me thinking about the day that I'm talking about right now is reflecting about yesterday, or maybe that's not the good way to go. Maybe I should be thinking about today and saying it out into the universe and putting it, out there that today is going to be the day that I do this, this, and this, and maybe that will do it. So, maybe I will do both. Maybe I could do that. So yesterday was good. Excuse me. I made good food choices yesterday. We had a rep come to our school, and she took us out to lunch, and we went to Mediterranean, and so I got a bowl, and it had chickpeas in it, but I asked them to take them off, and I know chickpeas are now on our new and approved Verta list, but I'm still kind of in that old school way. I don't want to test the waters, especially when I'm trying to be, quote unquote good. So, I asked him, and it was a salmon bowl. It was great, and it was like pretty good size, and I only ate maybe half of it. So I did pretty well. I had some almond crackers instead of the regular, club crackers or whatever that we had over the Christmas break. Other than that, I had some pretty good food choices yesterday, so that was good. I didn't do any like intentional exercising. I was walking around a lot on campus because I had to do a lot of things for teachers. But, so I'll take that as a win as well. So for today, I made food. I have food with me, and I have a taco salad that I got from school the other day, but I haven't eaten it yet, so I'm going to eat that today. And yeah, I think that I've been very not good about, I've been very, this is what I do. I tend to eat lunch at my desk so that I can multitask and I can do work while I'm eating. And I have learned from some of my coworkers that I just need to step away from my desk and go on an active walk around campus and stuff, just walking and maybe listening to a podcast or something just to get out of my head, out of my workspace. And I think that's a good idea. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to commit to doing that today, and I'll tell you about it tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Thanks.